Right, so today I want to show you how to make the triple stepped card. Here it is here. Now I made one of these, good couple of years ago I think, at a demo, just off a template I'd found. But I did it so it was that way round, and I quite liked it, but I wanted to have a go with it this way round. So we're going to have a go today, and we're going to make a Christmas one. So what you need is, you need a piece of card that's 10 by 7, and what you're going to do is take your ruler and you're going to mark along the top at 3 inches, just make a little mark, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches and 8 inches. Then you slide your ruler down and you do the same along the bottom. So you're going to mark it at 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches and 8 inches. Okay, so next what you want to do is you want to turn your card round clockwise, like that, and then along the top you're going to make a mark at 2.5 and at 4 3/4. Then slide your ruler down to the bottom and do the same again. So at 2.5 and at 4 3/4. Make sure you don't turn your page round, you need to slide it down because it needs to be exactly the same. Right, turn it anti-clockwise back to where you had it, and what you're going to do is you're going to draw a very faint line connecting your two 3-inch lines up. Draw a very faint line going down, and you can stop it when you sort of get past the first line, so just eyeball it. If it's a little bit past it, it's fine. Just draw a very faint line. I'm doing mine very faintly at the moment, but you'll be able to see when I start scoring it. At your 4-inch line, you're going to go from the first dot to the second dot. Again, just a faint pencil mark, so sort of from here to here, okay, down there. Again, just do it faint. You know, you'll find out in a minute where to score it better. Then you go to your 5-inch line, and you're only doing your 5-inch line from the bottom mark, so from the 4 3/4 mark down to the end. So you're just going to draw that in. Then you want to go to your 6-inch line. Your 6-inch line is going to be at the top, so just the top section like you did here. And again, I've got some of my pencil lines are crossing over, but that's fine because you can rub them out after, but it's better to do it pencil rather than do it too much with embossing. Next you go to the 7-inch line. Now the 7-inch line needs to be the same as this second line, so you want to go between the two marks. And then the last one, which is the 8-inch line, you want to score from the very top all the way to just past that second line. Okay, now you can't see my marks, but I can see them, okay, so that's what matters. Now what you're going to do is you're going to turn it around, so turn it around the way you had it, and I would bring your trimmer in at this point. So what you want to do, if you line your first mark up, so your first mark that you had, which should be, let me just put it in here, your 2.5 inch mark. So there's my 2.5 inch mark. So I'm just going to bring that down. So I've got my 2.5 inch mark. So that's my one I'm going to cut. Now along your 2.5 inch line, you're only going to cut between the 8-inch and the 4-inch line. So in other words, from this very first one here, and you're going to go down to the 4-inch line. So that's your 3-inch line, that's your 4-inch line. So you're going to cut from here down to there, like that. Okay, so here's my 3-inch line, here's my 4-inch line, my 5 is sort of there, my 6 is here, my 7 is there, and my 8 is there. So I'm going from there to there. Okay, so now if you move it along, so you're on your other line, your 4 3/4 line, This one is going to go all the way from the 8-inch line all the way to the 3-inch line. So you're literally going to score between all of your score line, your pencil lines. So you should end up with that. I don't know if you can see my pencil lines very well. So now what you do is, if you bring your scoreboard in, what you want to do if you put your, let's just spin it round so it's the right way round. Right, so this is my 3, so I'm going to do it this way around, 3-inch mark. So from my 3-inch mark, you're going to score from the top down to that first line, the first cut line going the other way. On your 4-inch line, you're going to score from, from the cut line down to the next cut line. Okay, now I've done a little bit of a boo-boo there, but that's fine, because we're going to be sticking papers on anyway. It's just difficult with the middle ones. It's difficult to see where to get into the groove. So if you want to, you can use your ruler and just kind of try and find the groove, or you can just very lightly kind of trace it down from the top. That's the other option. So with your 5-inch line, it's going to be this bottom one. So we're going to go from bottom 5-inch and we're going to go up. And my 5-inch doesn't marry up with their 5-inch, so it's there. Okay. So there's your 5-inch. So that's just your bottom section. Your 6-inch line is just the top. So there. The 7-inch one is the middle again. Like that. And then the 8-inch goes from the top all the way down past the 2 lines. Don't know if you can see that at all on there. But anyway, you'll see in a minute when I start to fold it up. So if I show you quickly my little diagram, if you can see that. So that's what you want to do. That's what it should look like. Okay, now obviously mine, you can't really see it because the pencil lines, but that's what you're heading for. Right, so what else you need? Right, so now, before we go on to the panels, let's finish this panel here. So you then need a rubber, and you're going to rub out your lines. So you can now rub out all your pencil lines that you've drawn in. Rub them all out. Mine are quite faint anyway. Just rub any extra bits off, and then what we're going to do is we're going to, with it like that, so the big section at the top and then the smaller, all the bits and bobs at the bottom, all of these top score lines are going to be mounting folds. So you just want to gently coax them all to mounting, and then we're going to have a valley and a mountain, and a valley and a mountain. So this bottom one here is going to be mountain. So just give that a quick crease, and then we're just going to coax these into being valley, and then you should be able to get it to pop into position. And then just burnish all your score lines into place. And inside as well. Okay, so you end up with your card shape. Okay, so now we need to cut out the pieces. Now you're going to need, so for this one I did a piece here and then a short piece there and then 2 pieces here. If you wanted to, you could do a big long one there, and then I think these 3 would probably be around the same, but I've done it as that's a long piece and then this is shorter and then these 2. So that means that you need a matte piece that is 2 1/4 by 4 3/4, and a pattern that is 2 inches by 4 1/2. So they're going to be matte and laid onto there. You then need another piece for the front, for this bottom bit here, The matte piece is 4 1/4 by 1 3/4, and the pattern piece is 4 inches by 1 1/2. So that's where you're going to go on the front there. Then you need 2 pieces that are the same. The matte panels, you need 2 of these. They are 2 3/4 by 2 inches, and the pattern pieces are 2 1/2 by 1 3/4. So I'm now going to go ahead and stick those all down, and then I'm just going to go ahead and stick them into position on the card. Okay, so as you can see, I've stuck all the pieces on. These, I just want to say as well, this card is Hobbycraft 300 GSM card, so it's a good weight. And then I've used foiled card, and it's actually from Hobbycraft, and they do these packs of 8x8 card, holographic and foiled and whatever, and they do different colourways, and they're really good value, so I definitely recommend getting those. 24 sheets in 8 colours, 220 GSM. Some are really shiny, some are more matte like that one is, some are holographic. They're really good, but they've got some really good colours. They've got like a pink set, pinks and purples and all that kind of stuff. It's very good. And then the papers I'm using are Trimcraft, the Night Before Christmas ones from a few years ago, but they're just quite cute. And they actually tie in nicely with the decoupage I'm using, which is the Christmas Village. And again, as you can see, it's quite a raggedy pack because I've had this a while. This is from 2018, again Trimcraft, but really nice images. So I'm going to be using the little door, which I'm going to put on here, and I'm going to be using the Christmas tree, and I'm also going to be, apologies if you can hear my cat, and the little post box. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those on. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick these down onto my card. Okay, so there we have it. I just need to add a greeting and we're all finished. And it fits into a 5x7 envelope, which is handy. So yeah, hope you'll have a go. As I said, they're quite fun to make, and as you can see, they're not that difficult. Once you get your head round where you're scoring and where you're cutting, it's not too bad. So yeah, hope you'll have a go. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.